Yes, we will. It will be very quick. You should be back at your real job in a matter of moments.
Okay, well, this is my real job, so.
Well, I meant, doing law stuff.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
When we only have 4 today, so. And they should be joining us momentarily. I did not send them a reminder.
Robert, what kind of law do you practice?
I do probate work and consumer litigation. So I'm mostly consumer litigation. So I'm a fraud attorney. I represent plaintiffs who've been ripped off.
Very cool. Very cool. That's not one I've heard of here in Macon too much.
Oh, there's a ton of it. So
really,
oh yeah, there's way more work than that. I mean, really, the market could support probably 20 more attorneys who do what I do here, and we might still not compete with each other. So it's a good all right.
Good discipline to be in for sure.
Yeah, it's all right.
That's awesome.
It's tough though. It's hard to get. It's hard, but it's worth it. I feel good about what I do all the time because.
What kind of challenges do you have? You were saying it's hard.
Well, I mean, it's just consumer protection law in Georgia just isn't very robust, and so it's hard to get relief here. Your rights are a little more limited than they are in any other state, actually. So that's not it, but it's not impossible. It's just difficult.
Just a different
There's some
path
uphill battles you got to face, and but it's worth it. I mean, most of the time the conduct that most of the time the types of conduct that we go up against is so bad that you really don't. I never feel bad about what I do,
Yeah.
And
there's
that's
Carrie, that's from me, that email.
Hmm?
That email you just got is from me.
You just emailed me? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Do we still have a meeting?
Yes, that's why I was emailing.
Okay.
Because you're the only member that has joined us.
So far.
It's just now 4.
Yes. And while I really think you and I could probably handle it, I'm afraid the law does not allow, and we're talking with a lawyer.
Adrian, I'm going to go ahead and share the screen. And
that's fine. Then nobody has to look at me.
Okay, likewise. Okay.
Of course, now I can't see Chris and them when they come online.
I'll let you know if you'd like.
Can I be on 2? Do we have enough for me to be on 2? Well, never mind. It'll be the same picture.
What do you mean?
I was going to go on my desktop.
Yeah, I forgot to change my background. So you're looking at all of my basement clutter here today.
No worries.
But
okay, where are the guys?
Adrian, if you wanted, you could open up YouTube on your desktop.
Well, won't it be the same picture?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, that's what I was going to open Zoom and be on 2 Zooms, but it dawned on me it'd be the same picture.
Yeah, good point. And a 30-second delay too, so that's kind of demanding.
Okay, guys, come on. I know Will is not joining us, but the other 3 are. Supposedly.
Well, I'm on your time. I'm not in a hurry, so do what you got to do.
That's good, but
the day kind of stretches out now working from home anyway. I mean, it's kind of like I get up and wander in here and do some work, eat a meal, wander back to work. There's no line. And so I expect I'll be at it this evening some.
That
Anyway.
is the downside to working from home.
It is, yeah.
It is so much better though.
But there's that whole, oh, well, I don't have anything else to do. I'll go back to work thing.
It has its ups and downs. It's been hard to supervise employees this way too, though, and that's been one of the issues. It's part of the reason we bought this place. So we've just grown to the point that I can't run this as a home-based operation anymore. It's just, we have too much work. But
That's a good thing.
it is. Getting this done during whatever this emergency, the COVID situation has been interesting though. I'm trying to expand at a time when everybody else seems to not think that's a really great thing to do. But I don't know. I didn't pick the time that it happened, you know?
Exactly.
So we'll make it work.
Huh. Okay, I've emailed them again. Look, there's everybody. Okay. I don't know what's going on. And I just realized I don't have a phone number for anybody else.
Adrian, who did you message or who did you call?
I emailed David, Chris, and Kurt
I'll text them.
because I don't have a phone number on any of them. I need to correct that. It's at the office.
Try David Thompson, 478. Oops.
I'm texting him right now.
Are you texting him? Okay. Yeah, in hindsight, since we're live on YouTube, it's probably not a good idea to post that out there.
Yeah, good thinking.
Glad I caught that.
He might appreciate it. Because I don't think I got home with any of that stuff just because I never thought I'd need it. But I also thought we'd be home for a week, maybe 2, back in March.
All right, I just messaged Chris and David.
Okay,
Because Will respond he was not going to be able to make it?
right. He didn't think that they were going to be back in town yet. And I've decided I'm going to just drive to the county line and turn around and come back so I can say I've been out of town this year.
Chris has got a technical issue. He said he's joining by phone in just a second.
Okay.
Right.
Thank you, Carrie.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing from Kurt yet. Robert, I apologize. We're usually not quite this disjointed.
It's all right. Sometimes we're all a late or whatever. It's no big deal.
Oh,
Fine with me.
Okay, we've got Chris coming online now.
oh, good. Okay, that's two.
Chris and David.
Chris and David, good.
No, I'm sorry, just Chris. My bad.
Well, it could be David too. We never know.
And we have somebody on a telephone. So this might be David. Chris, we've got you, and we also have someone on a telephone line. Can you speak up?
That is me.
That's you.
That
Okay.
is me. Can you hear me?
Yeah, can hear you
All
fine.
right. Sorry, we had some technical difficulties out here today.
No worries.
Is David with you?
David is not with me. David is elsewhere.
Elsewhere joining us, elsewhere not joining us.
I would imagine he's not joining us. So
Okay. I thought he told me he was. I'm gonna. Well, Kurt said he was going to be with us, so I don't know where he is. I have emailed him yet again.
Carrie, you don't look very happy.
We only have 2 members. We don't have anywhere close to a quorum.
And Will said he could possibly be back, right?
Well, he didn't really think he was going to be.
Well, if it becomes clear that we got to reschedule it or something, that'd be okay with me. I'm not,
No,
but
I think we can
I'll hang out a while.
move.
But
Yeah, Robert, I think we can move forward. It's just we can't approve it. We can just say
Yeah,
that
well,
it's
I
we
get
can
it.
just discuss and recommend to the commission. Then you
Okay.
have to be at the commission meeting too, rather than go to ratification.
We can do it that way.
Whatever's best for y'all. I'm flexible.
Well, Chris, you want to just kick off and let's just get moving and see what happens.
Sure. I'll call this the October 19th, 2020 Design Review Board meeting to order. Robert, if you just want to tell us a little bit about your project. I've passed by this site for years. I think I know a little bit about it, but if you want to tell us a little bit about if you'll just state your name and the address and your address for the record, so that we have it. And
Never mind. Go ahead.
Sure. I'm Robert Divis, owner of Divis Law LLC. We bought the property at 1125 Walnut Street, and our owner occupying the building for the purpose of operating our law firm there. We've just expanded to the point in terms of the volume of business that we have that we needed a physical location, and wanted to kind of buy into Macon. We're planning to stay here for the long term, my family and I. And so and it looked like a good fit for us in terms of its size and location and other stuff. I mean, it's fairly self-explanatory. We want to install a sign out front, and have talked to Vital Signs downtown on Cherry Street about the design they've been over there and looked at it, and we think we've come up with a design that's compatible with the aesthetic of the building, and it's plan to situate it actually, to the shrubs there close into the building. Just to announce our presence, or so to speak, make it easy for our clients to find us.
I do not have any concerns on this one. Carrie, do you?
No, I don't either. It seems very straightforward.
Yeah.
I have gotten an email from Kurt who says he is having technical difficulties, but that he's in favor of what they have presented.
All right. And I gave Carrie the same excuse in my text to her, Adrian. I was having technical difficulties. So Kurt needs to come up with a second excuse. I'm sorry that one's been taken. We've got some guys punching some wire down for some cameras out here. But can we take Kurt's email approval, as a motion to approve?
I don't
think
see
we
why
can.
not.
All right. So we have a motion and a second. Or Mrs. Robinson, do you second that motion?
Second.
All right. Well, since we have found that is appropriate as submitted, it's being recommended for ratification by the commission. So all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. And a silent aye for Kurt. Robert, thank you very much, and much success, and thank you for your investment in our downtown.
Well, I appreciate your time. Thank you for
Thank you.
considering. Thank you.
Thank you. I'll send you the information, Robert, via email.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Are you done with me?
Yes, we are.
Yes,
Thank
Robert,
you.
thank you.
All right.
All right. Thanks.
Be well, all of you.
You too.
Too. Thank you, Robert. Adrienne, do we have any old business to discuss?
Not exactly. I have looked through the blight information that the city has, and the city has a blight ordinance that I'm going to see if we can somehow use it in our favor for demolition by neglect.
Okay.
I don't know if we're going to be able to do that or not. There is a way for, I think it's 5 people to submit a complaint about a property. And magically, we have 5 people on the DRB most days.
Which property are you referring to?
Any property, just
Okay.
generally. This would be a perfect, the property across from you, this would have been a great way to do it.
Yes.
So
Nothing has
trying,
happened at all over there.
yeah. I would like to, I've emailed the resolution to Jim, and I didn't read it as carefully as I should have. So I need to go back and read it again and see if it's something we can hook on to and just submit things. Because if something is submitted for blight and is determined to be blight, then they can do things like up their property taxes and things like that. And I'm all for being draconian in our treatment of them, but probably we can't be as much as I would like.
Yeah.
And there are going to be some parameters, like we can't, several houses that we know are in need of some help, we can't say are blight or but the one across from you would have been a classic case.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see what happens.
Okay.
And 191 Hines Terrace went to court last week, I think, Chris, but I hadn't heard anything.
I heard they went to court and basically said that they were going to continue on. They'd taken all sorts of pictures of other unapproved or other improvements around the neighborhood that were just similar to theirs. I mean, my opinion on that is that we've tried to work with them. We really, I feel like we asked for the bare minimum. Hey, can you put the trim back on the columns? Paint the columns and put a rail that is appropriate back up.
Right.
Which, we determined the rail they have is inappropriate. They haven't come back to us with anything except for attitude. And you know, it really doesn't matter if something else is done. You know, other wrongs don't make them right, and they have been reported. You know, good with their curtains. I'm good. You know, I really don't care about their dog gates. People have them up all over the neighborhood. We asked them if they could keep them open when the dogs aren't out there. That's a simple thing, and it's impossible to police. You know.
So it has
just-
already gone to court?
It was, I think it went to court last Friday, Thursday or Friday, but I have not been updated by Randy.
Right. And I think David spoke with her about another issue, and she just said that, you know, she told them that they need to provide addresses for each of the pictures they took, and she could research whether they were approved or not. So.
And then we'll go after them and tell them who turned them in.
Yep. The people you need to hate are them.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. Is there any new business?
No.
All right. Before we leave old business, I recalled what David was talking to Randy about, and that's the houses on Oglethorpe that girl has kind of cornered him last week, and tried to speak with him about it, and he just wanted Randy to know that, you know, he had basically told her it would be inappropriate for him to speak to her.
Oh, good. Okay. Yeah.
But,
I don't know if
anyway.
we're going to get any resolution to that or not, but I hope so. They're pretty bad.
They're chainsaws. There are chainsaws all over for sale. No, plenty of folks I know that like to use them.
Good point.
Anyway, I mean, they weren't approved to build that, and they built it on the city right of way. And so if we could probably get the county engineer to support saying, hey, you have to move it off the county right of way.
Okay.
It protrudes above the ground. You can't do that. Except I think the only allowable thing is handrails. Anyway, if there's no new business, I move that we adjourn. All in favor? Yeah, I'm moving because Kurt would have. Kurt would have. I'm speaking for Kurt on that one.
Okay.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. Sorry I was late.
Thank you.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
y'all. Appreciate
Bye.
it. Bye.
Adrian, hang on a second.
Okay, Mark.
Did your updates take?
I haven't looked. Let me see what's going on. 91%.
That's not bad. You got maybe another 45 minutes or so. You should be, yeah, it's not too bad.
Okay, as long as it takes. I don't want to go through this and have it say, I'm sorry we could not update.
No, this should do it. You should be in good shape with this.
Well, I hope so.
Yep.
Because I'm ready for it to update to finish.
What in the heck happened to Kurt? Hang on a
He
second.
said, well, his email said,